Particles are a huge part of game development. They contribute everything from our visual effects, our attacks, our explosions, our dust and our sparks, to our atmospherics, our rolling fog in the distance, our dust swirling on the desert floor, and even birds flying in the sky. I'm going to take a look at the new Unity Labs demo done in Unity 5.4 beta as of GDC 2016. We're about to go into a room where we'll see many different particle systems in action. The cool thing about this shot is we're seeing a bunch of different stuff going on. We've got particles both coming down and going up from this light. There's small bits coming down and kind of a general haze happening. There's additional, we'll call it steam, up above from the different pipes contributing to the atmosphere in the room, and all kinds of little bits and dust motes and so on. There's a bunch of different particle systems here that really bring this room to life. Beyond the lighting, beyond the materials, beyond the geometry, it's the particles that really add volume and presence to this scene. That was a great shot, because we're seeing there really a good encompassing of what particles can do. We can choose for them to be bound by physics, to interact with objects, to be free on their own, to occupy a volume, or be distinct and countable. And it's really our call. They can be passive in the background, or look like they're giving off light. They can move around, have a life of their own, and even use animated textures in texture sheets, so they look like moving objects. This is a scene from the Atom demo, again featured at GDC 2016. In this shot, we're seeing our hero in the foreground, and behind us, there's a bunch of particle systems contributing to the overall steam and murky atmosphere in the room. We can see a bunch of things in action. They really contribute to the overall lush cinematography. We've got little bursts, little puffs of steam behind us, some vents or jets spewing out clouds. There's kind of an overall haze going on, and that's matched in by the lighting and the overall look of the piece, where the particles play a fundamental role in bringing the scene to life. I'm here on MadeWithUnity.com, and I'll take a look at some trailers and showcase how other games use particles to really, bring their games to life. This is the Unite Boston 2015 highlight reel, and it's a great montage featuring all kinds of games and all kinds of different looks in different games that showcases what we can do with our particles. They can be realistic, they can be cartoony, they can be 3D and volumetric, or they can be totally flat. It's really up to us and what we can imagine and what we want in our artistic look of the game to determine what we can do with our particles. Right there in that little clip, we saw a bunch of different things. There were the ring waves and sparks. There were the 2D abstract pieces here. There's atmospheric. There's little bits going by. There's great flashes as things get hit. All kinds of particles. And again, these are only shaped and limited by what you can imagine in there. The big thing with particles is to say, what do I want them to do and what do I want them to behave? And in Unity, you can make this particle system work. It's a robust, flexible system. And the great thing with particles is that we can add them together to make compound, complex effects. We'll see this in our Zombie Toys project, where we use particles in all 4 effects attacks, ganging together multiple particle systems to make our beautiful, complex effects that we can use with our characters.